Is Tommy Robinson involved in UKIP currently?
No.
Would you seek to have him involved in UKIP?
No.
Right, because your predecessor, and it is difficult keeping up with the people who lead UKIP. There's so many of you, but your predecessor seemed to have a position where he wanted to welcome Tommy Robinson on board.
Well, to be honest, he, as far as I'm concerned, I speak to him obviously and see him, and he seems to be less obsessed by Tommy Robinson than the press. So, I mean, you've just brought him up. It's normally the press that brings him up in any interviews that I do, and most UKIP people, I think, find that other people bring that subject up a lot. They use it as some kind of stick to beat us with.
No, I'm not.
The reality is that last summer in 2018, Robinson was wrongly imprisoned, and we know that because they actually released him they released him because he was wrongly imprisoned. Now he's in prison at the moment. I know,
yes, but he's back in.
I think
happens to be back behind bars.
This is not a big issue. We've got rules, unlike the Tories and Labour Party. We've got rules to stop people from extreme.
But what is your view of Mr.
coming into the party?
What is your view? What is your view of Mr. Robinson?
I think he's done an extraordinarily courageous thing to bring attention to a vast number of crimes occurring in this country, where the police were told apparently to look the other way, while these crimes went ahead. And I think he's done.
And in so doing, he's broken the law. So you condone breaking the law?
Well, in bringing attention to these rape gangs that were allowed to just carry on regardless, he wasn't breaking the law.
Well, he was.
When he went on Newsnight in 2011 to talk about this, long before the J report, he wasn't breaking the law.
Subsequently, by filming people when he was ordered not to, he broke the law. You support that, do you?
No, I didn't say that.
No, but you supported what he's doing. So you don't support when he breaks the law?
No, of course not.
Right, OK. Just to clarify, one other aspect is you seem to have trouble with the name of the London mayor.
Well, that's a story I made a spelling mistake, and that's been turned into a great big, story. I mean,
well, it's not really, is it? Because the mayor is, of course.
I've got better things to talk about.
I'll be the judge of that. Thank you.
The discussion of spelling mistakes.
Well, I'll be the judge of that. The London mayor is, of course, Sadique Khan, but you appear to call him on Twitter Sidique Khan after one of the bombers responsible, of course, for the London terror attack, and you say, apologies, I often confuse him with the leader of the 7/7 bombers.
Well, I was talking about the spelling, obviously.
So you're going to lead a political party and you can't tell the difference. No, you're the leader of a political party and you can't tell the difference between an elected mayor and a terrorist.
I was actually referring to the spelling. If you look at the context of that tweet, it's actually referring to the spelling.
But how often do you do it?
That's why I think we're wasting the time of your listeners.
I'll be the judge of that, Mr. Braine. I'll judge that. Thank you. How often do you confuse the two?
I think your listeners should judge.
Yeah, we're fine. Don't worry. I'm prepared to run the risk. How often do you confuse the two?
Well, I don't know. The point is.
Well, I'm asking. These are your words. I often confuse.
When you write the word Sadiq,
I often confuse him, the mayor, with the leader of the. So that's my final question. How often do you confuse? Because you're seeking to lead a political party in this country, and you quotes often confuse the elected mayor of London with a terrorist. And I'm asking how often you make this mistake.
Well, for the third time, I'm going to say to you, it's a spelling confusion, and I think it's a waste of time to go on about this. Can't we talk about more interesting things?
No, I'm fascinated by how you get that wrong. Often.
Well, Sadiq and Sadiq are easy to confuse.
But you get it wrong oftentimes.
Well, it's not uncommon when you have two spellings of a name to have to think up which.
But you're doing it
before you write it.
No, but you're
before
doing
you write it, you have to think. Hang on, which way is it spelled this time?
So this is never intentional.
Sorry, say again.
This is never intentional.
What, a spelling mistake?
Yeah, you don't. You've never do it deliberately.
Not really. No.
Not really.
I try. I do my best to spell. Are you really?
I'm just interested
on my spelling. I mean, it's an extraordinary. Interview.
I'm just interested if you're doing it better. I'm doing it if you're doing it deliberately. You're deliberately trying to link an elected official of London with a terrorist. Whether you do it deliberately to cause mischief.
But that's your view. But
I'm asking. I'm asking you.
We've got a lot of issues. No, but I'm asking you. And this is a waste of time.
No. I'm asking you, Mr. Braine. Do you do it deliberately?
Sorry. Do I do what deliberately?
Confuse the spelling
words in general.
No. As you say, you often confuse him, Mayor Khan, with the leader of the 7/7 bombers. So you do it deliberately.
Well, but as you know, that was in the context of having simply spelt Sadiq the wrong way. And, of course, there's several ways of spelling Sadiq. And every time you write the name Sadiq, you have to try to remember which spelling it is.